Alright guys, so today in this video we're going to be taking a look at the third and final unit in the G-Frame Volume 2 series. This is the RX-78-6 Gundam Mudrock, and we're going to be taking a look at the just Gundam with the armor set, and then the frame, which will have the much more articulated frame, where you can take all the armor off of this just standing, doing nothing frame and put it onto this articulated frame, add the cannons on the backpack, and also add the beam rifle there. And we'll have a really cool looking Mudrock Gundam. This is the first time that we have any sort of like kit form, even though I don't really think these are really qualified as model kits. They're just kind of candy toys that have like some assembly required. But still, we don't have any sort of kit of the Mudrock from Bandai, so it'll be cool to get this put together and see how it's going to look. As I said in the past two videos, taking a look at the G-Frame Zeta and the G-Frame Dom, I am going to be giving away a set of each of those, one set of the G-Frame Zeta and one set of the G-Frame Dom. So make sure you watch to the end of this video. I'll let you guys know how you can win one of those. I'm going to be choosing two winners. And then just need to say thank you, of course, to Japan Toys Australia, who sent these to me. So thank you to them for that. Very cool. They've sent me a whole bunch of Love Live EXQ figures, which are great, and Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Gundam G-Frame as well. So really cool checking these out and reviewing them, sharing these with you guys. So hopefully these reviews are of interest to you guys who are maybe on the fence about whether you want to buy these or not. If you live in Australia, you can shop at Japan Toys Australia there. The link is down below. And you can buy these just as individual sets like this rather than having to buy the whole box. So like if you just wanted the Mudrock and you don't want the Dama or Zeta, you can buy it just like this, which is pretty cool. So let's get into it. Here, the armor version first. So as I said, it's just a very basic frame with virtually no articulation in there. And then we just have a kind of standing pose there with open hands and everything. So again, on the side of the box, just a recap of the other units in this series, in Series 3. And that's pretty much it. So just pop this open. With it being a candy toy, we of course have our candy, which is our piece of Bandai chewing gum in here. And a fair amount of assembly required for this one compared to other kits that we've taken a look at here. So there's quite a lot of pieces there. So let me get this all built up and we'll have a look. Alright, so here's how he looks. Pretty cool. A lot of detail there that I would say would be worth going in and filling in some of that, painting it in and everything. Pretty rugged seam lines though, seam line right down the whole front of the shin there where there's a lot of detail that's running through. On the back of the leg as well. It's not too bad. It's not as bad, but yeah, still pretty bad. Seam line on the top of the shoulders there as well with some nasty gate marks. You'll have to do a little bit of sanding on those. Otherwise, though, that's pretty much it for the baddest seams. Everything else is pretty much well hidden on there, and like I said, there's a lot of nice detail. It's just that of course is going to take some work, even up underneath the feet. Some nice detail there. So, and no seam lines on the feet, so that's also good. So the kit as it is, it looks pretty cool, but there's not, like I said, there's not really much you can do with it. It's just kind of just standing there. It's missing its signature cannons there on the backpack as well, which is a little bit sad at the moment. So like I said, there's some minor articulation that you can do with this if you want to keep that from popping off, basically like that. The elbows, the knees don't bend at all. The legs actually don't have any articulation in them at all except for the feet, which the ankles are the only thing that moves at all as it is. So let's take a look at the frame box. Now again, with this one on the front, it's just basically showing you what you're going to get in here: the bust, the articulated frame, the cannons, and the beam rifle. Other series there on the side. On the back, just some more details about that. This is I guess just giving the overall height. This is about 11 centimeters tall, so there's that information for you guys. I guess just while we're here, I'll give you a little size comparison. Here it is compared to a 1/44 scale Gundam. So as you can see, it's smaller than 1/44 scale, and it's still pretty nicely detailed though in comparison. But anyway, we'll pull this out, and this is just like all in kind of gunmetal-ish black, super dark gunmetal. I was just trying to see if the bust is in the same color as well, because I remember the bust they're usually just black, but it looks like everything else is in a little bit more kind of like gunmetal color. So let me get all the armor off the basic frame onto the articulated frame and we'll have a look. Alright, and here he is, definitely looking a lot cooler there. I really like the shape of the beam rifle for the Mudrock, as well as just the whole thing. It's just a very cool design, and I'm really hoping that Bandai will eventually get around to making a high grade or possibly master grade or possibly RE kit. I think it would be a good candidate for RE as well. So hopefully we get a full-on model kit of this sometime soon. In the meantime, I think this does make for a good alternative if you guys are like a really big fan of this design. I know there's some people out there who are. This is a good alternative for you to get, at least just for something cool to have on the shelf if you're a fan of the design. And again, with the full-on inner frame in there and the signature cannons and the beam rifle, with having the full set, it definitely makes it much more cool. Throw it up on an action base and you're good to go. And again, we have the bust here, which the head can move around on that, but otherwise it's just this nice little detailed bust here, just molded all in black. You throw some primer on there, paint that up if you want, or just leave it like that. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so that is it for G-Frame Volume 2. Now, let you guys know how you can win a set of either the Zeta or the Dom here. I'm going to be giving away one set of each of those. And again, just before I do that, thank you to Japan Toys Australia for sending me the box of these. Very happy that there was some extras in the box that I can give away to you guys. So let's do that. What I'm going to have you guys do is go ahead and follow both Japan Toys Australia and myself on Instagram. I think Japan Toys Australia does a good job on their Instagram of sharing photos of like new products and things that they get in. So if you're a customer there in Australia, or even just living outside of Australia and just like to see kind of new figures and things that are coming out, they share photos of that on their Instagram. So follow them and follow me. And then in the comments below on this video, in the comment section on YouTube, leave a comment there with your Instagram handle as well as your preference of whether you'd prefer the Zeta or the Dom. And then in about a week or so, I'll maybe just do a really quick just live video here on YouTube, and I'll just pick 2 random comments, and with your YouTube or with your Instagram handle, I'll be able to check that you're following both of us. And then with your preference, hopefully I'll pick 2 comments with people with opposite preferences. If we pick 2 people with the same preference, I'm not sure. I guess we'll sort it out at the time. I don't know how exactly I'm going to go about doing that, but we'll see. Anyway, just let me know what your preference would be and your Instagram handle in the comments below in this video. And yeah, if you guys are living in Australia, check the link to Japan Toys Australia as well. We'll see what they've got on there. A whole bunch of different figures and candy toys like this and model kits and everything like that as well. So check them out. And that is it for Volume 2, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully these videos have been helpful for those of you who are looking for some more information on these candy toys. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.